She screamed, "You just destroyed my life." As the sheriff closed the cruiser door, the same woman who'd ruled our neighborhood like a queen clipboard, and all was finally the one being escorted out. And the craziest part, I never wanted a fight. All I did was ask her to stop coming onto my property at dawn with a wrench in her hand. My name's Ryan Cole. I'm 41 HVAC tech veteran, and I live in a place called Willow Crest Estates, one of those suburban communities that brags about standards and harmony. Yeah, that kind. When I bought my house, I didn't care about newsletters or bake sales. I just wanted space for my tools and peace to sleep when I wasn't working. My first week there, I met Linda Barron, HOA President Pearls, at 6 in the morning, bright red folder like she's about to issue a warrant. No welcome, no handshake. Just commercial vehicles are not allowed overnight. That's a $300 fine. She points at my work truck, parked in my own driveway. Then she adds, "You might want to remove that flag bracket before I have to escalate." I tell her politely that I'm a veteran, and that flag's been with me since Afghanistan. She doesn't care. Sentiment doesn't override covenant language, she says. Then she hits me with the word foreclosure. Over a flag. Over a truck. I remember thinking, no way, she's serious. But she was. A week later, my truck's gone towed before sunrise. There's a paper on my door that says, "Hazard Vehicle Removal." A little note in her handwriting adds, "Final courtesy. I paid $300 cash to get it back. Missed a job. Lost money I needed. And now neighbors were staring at me like I was the troublemaker. That humiliation burned worse than the fine. Still, I tried to play nice. Sent her an email, explained my situation. She replied in 11 minutes flat, denying the appeal, quoting Section 14.2 of the Willow Crest Covenant. Funny thing is, there's no Section 14.2. I didn't know that yet, but I was about to. The real turning point came 2 Sundays later. 4:43 a.m. My security cam buzzes. I open the app and nearly drop my phone. It's Linda in my fenced backyard gloves on flashlight. In her mouth, crouched by the shutoff valve, I step out and say, "Linda, what are you doing?" She jumps like she's seen a ghost, performing an exterior inspection. She says, cool as ever, "Water usage violations are within my authority." At 5:43 in the morning, behind my locked gate. I tell her, "Get off my property." She says, "You forfeited cooperative handling. I'm authorized to escalate." I remember laughing, half disbelief, half fear. "You're not law enforcement, Linda. You're trespassing." She doesn't respond. Just slips out the gate like nothing happened. That's when fear turned into something else. I sat at my kitchen table shaking, thinking if she can just walk into my yard, what's next? That day, I started keeping records. Screenshots, emails, printed copies of every notice. I read the actual HOA bylaws, line by line, and there it was, proof she'd been bluffing the entire time. No Section 14.2, no right to trespass, no authority to fine without a board vote. Everything she'd done was smoke and intimidation, and she'd been getting away with it because no one called her bluff. Not anymore. My neighbor Evelyn Brooks, retired county clerk, sweetest woman alive, had been watching this from her porch. She invited me over for coffee, and I swear she had her own folder thicker than mine. She shows me emails. Linda sent other residents fake lien threats, late-night final notices, fines for things that aren't even in the rule book. She runs on fear, Evelyn says. People pay because they're scared she'll take their homes. That hit me. Then my other neighbor, Sergeant Harris Walker, saw the footage of her in my backyard. He didn't even blink. "Ryan, that's criminal trespass," he said. "You want to file or not?" Turns out they'd already had complaints about her pretending to be some kind of law enforcement. So I filed. Harris sent everything to the county attorney. Then he told me the most important thing. "Show up to the next HOA meeting. Don't yell, don't threaten, just hand them the proof." So I did. Thursday night, Willow Crest Clubhouse. Standing room only. People whispering, phones ready. Linda sits at the front table in pearls and a navy blazer, like she's running a Fortune 500. She starts the meeting saying I've been harassing board leadership. I stand up. "Actually, I say we're here to talk about you trespassing on my property at 5:43 a.m. with a wrench." You could have heard a pin drop. I walk up and hand out packets, photos, emails, timestamps, copies of bylaws. "Here's your fake lien. You're missing section 14.2. Your threats of foreclosure. So tell me which of these are false." That's when the room turns. People start whispering, then talking, then shouting. One guy yells, "She towed my car too." A woman says, "She told me I'd lose my house over trash cans." Evelyn stands up in the back, voice steady. "Marcus, where did the fine money go?" Marcus, the treasurer, looks pale. He clears his throat. It says, "Over 24,000 in fines collected. Only 7,000 in the account. The rest, administrative reimbursement. L. Barron." The room gasps. Linda tries to cut him off. "Marcus, that's confidential." He ignores her. The signatures on her approvals don't match the originals. And right on cue, the back door opens. Sergeant Walker steps in with another deputy. Calm. No theatrics. "Ms. Barron," he says, "we need to speak with you about an active trespass complaint and irregularities in HOA funds." She tries to laugh. "You can't humiliate me in my own meeting. This is civil, not criminal." He says entering fenced property without consent is criminal. Taking funds without approval might be too. You could feel the air leave the room. Linda snaps. "You think this handyman ruined me? I built this place." I just looked at her and said quietly, "You could have just asked me to move the truck." She points at me, trembling. "You just destroyed my life," Harris says. "Ma'am, you're being detained. There's also an active warrant for failure to appear." The room explodes in whispers. Phones out, neighbors crying, not from pity, from relief. Marcus stands up, voice shaky but strong. Motion to suspend Linda Barron pending full audit. Every hand shoots up. Aye. And just like that, she's out. They walk her past me, still muttering about how I'll regret it. I didn't say a word. I just watched her go. And here's the thing, I didn't ruin her life. She did that herself. I just stopped letting her scare me. All I did was document. And if you're listening to this thinking, that could never happen in my neighborhood, I'm telling you, it can. People like that survive because everyone stays quiet. So here's my question for you. Was I right to take it this far? To call the cops, expose her, basically end her little empire? Or did I cross the line over a truck and a flag? Tell me in the comments what you'd have done, and if you've ever dealt with a Linda in your life. Because I know I'm not the only one.